back. Pat, say something.
We're back.
All right. Ready? 2 seconds. You start the intro.
What?
You ready for the intro? We're live on the internet.
Fast.
We're live on the internet.
What the shite? Okay, yeah, I'm ready.
You ready? You sure? Sorry, guys. We had to test the audio real quick and make sure that it was working because something happened and Pat was late, so we didn't have time to start it. So
I thought you actually canceled. You said, I'll text you if anything changes, so I thought you weren't doing it, and then you texted me and said, I'm ready, and I was like, oh, shit, okay, here we go.
Yeah, the change would have been, you said you good for 7:30. I said, yes, I have a pretty bad headache. Never said I wasn't going to do the show, and I said...
do you want to relax? And I thought I don't know why I thought you accepted that.
It sounds like you didn't want to do the show tonight.
I wrote the motherfucking timeline, bitch!
Yeah, but then you would have just used that for the next episode anyway.
What if the stuff's no longer timely and relevant?
You don't give a flying fuck about that. You'll report on something that happened last year.
Counterpoint. This just in. The Beatles disbanded.
What sucks is none of this is on the actual podcast. So that's
all signs point to Yoko Ono being to blame.
All right, you ready? 2 seconds.
Yeah. Good day, ma'ams and sirs, and welcome to the Number 9 with Tommy podcast. The internet's ablaze in defense of Ukraine, comparing Putin to Hitler, Stalin, Hussein. He's sending innocent folks to kill innocent folks, and the warriors of the web are making innocent jokes. Cain's shooting from the wheel. What a disaster. But what would you expect when the niece of a former heavyweight champ is abused by a kid-touching bastard? Join us today as we bring the greatest show on the web, or go listen to some bullshit-ass dumb shit instead. Tommy fucking Washington, what's been up, man? How are you?
Pat, I had a guy today tell me that America is the new Hitler.
America.
Can you believe that? Now, listen, I don't watch the news nearly as close as I should, considering I do a show on the interwebs and podcasting about not so like we try to keep it relative, but we're not so much like news. I guess we do news, but you know what I mean. What kind of show we do here? But anyway, this guy's
Tommy.
Yeah,
you said doo-doo.
I did doo-doo.
Nice
name of the show. Actually, I'll have a funny story about doo-doo in a minute.
I hope you shit your pants.
No, that would never happen. Pat will grow men. Anyway, nice. Embiid already got 2 points. That's what I'm talking about. Anyway.
Oh, boy.
So this guy said that we are the new Hitler because I guess we are going after Russians here and seizing their assets. I have not heard that once in the news or heard anything about it until that guy said something. I have not had time to research it. I have no idea if that's true. If it is true, that's some wild shit, which we have a meme about that specifically.
Are Americans seizing Russian assets, ?
From American Russians. You know what I mean? Like,
right. I'm with you.
You know, that's pretty wild. If that's the case, I don't believe it is, but it's pretty wild if it is.
That guy's a fucking moron. U.S. escalates sanctions with a freeze on Russian central bank assets. So yes, we're freezing Russian, not American Russian.
Yeah, which if they happen to live here, that's kind of on them. They're probably not. That was one of the counterpoints that somebody else that was involved in this conversation said, like, are they legal Americans? Like, are they legal immigrants? Like, or are they just here on visas or whatever? Because that changes the narrative 100%. So anyway, it's still crazy over there. Still crazy. But you want to know what happened to me tonight, Pat?
I do indeed.
So I told you I had a headache. I had a pretty bad headache this afternoon for some reason. I come home as I normally do. Nobody's home this afternoon. Erica's out getting the dog washed or something. One of the dogs washed. And she texted me before I got home and said, "Hey, I'm not home. Getting one of the dogs washed." But, the dogs, I've only been gone an hour. So I can take care of the dogs when I get home. Because she knows I like to poopy when I get home. So I go up, I poopy,
Don't we all?
doo-doo. I go do doo-doo in the bathroom. And I hear that Erica comes home at some point. I leave the bathroom and I come down and my little dog Rex shit all over his goddamn cage. So that was cool. Erica cleaned it up.
At least the other one's clean.
Yeah, I mean, listen, so we have a little camera that's in our kitchen and it's for like watching the dogs and stuff. So I went back and I asked her, I'm like, well, clearly nobody let these dogs out before you and the kid left the house. She didn't really have an answer to that, so I went and watched the camera. And sure as shit, PPY right there in the other cheek. Nobody let the fucking dogs out. So that's why, for the second Wednesday in a row now, I am just smelling heaves of dog shit through my nostrils while I'm doing a podcast.
Where are the dog cages?
They're in Colin's little room there on the podcast
So
side.
they're about 30 feet around the corner.
Yeah, the whole basement smells like dog shit.
Or a gem from my childhood up your butt and around the corner. Got it.
Yeah, it's fucking great. But we'll power through this. For anybody not watching basketball tonight, Knicks are up right now, 8-4. Game just started. Playing the Sixers. We'll get to you in a minute why that was important. Anyway, Pat, you want to do some memes?
Let's do it. Tom, this first meme?
Is this the first time you fucking seen this, dude? I've seen this thing like a million times.
I was actually going to ask you if we've used it on the podcast before. I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure we have, dude. It's an old meme.
Anyways, guys, what you're looking at is a picture of the girl that Tom used to hook up with that I saw at Walmart. And it says,
I was going to say it's a
the
picture of
moment
Honey
you
Bun.
realize she's not sitting on a couch, and it's just a girl leaned forward, but she's so fucking rear end heavy that it looks like she's sitting on a fucking armchair.
Yeah, it looks like she's sitting in a love seat all by herself.
Yeah.
She is. I was gonna say that's Honey Buns. That's the girl from the infamous Honey Bun story.
I really want to know what this girl's shirt says because I'm pretty sure it says "Home of the Sexy Big Girls." I'm almost positive.
My God, I just read this next one, dude. It's hilarious.
Tom, in the UK, there's an edition of the Dollar Tree, and it is called Poundland.
That's awesome.
I told Miss Elizabeth that last night, and then I said, "You want to go shopping tonight?"
PF just told me called Duck Duck Goose, Duck Duck Gray Duck, and I'm actually sick to my stomach. I don't get it.
Yeah, Minnesotans, you used to play Duck Duck Goose, right?
Yeah.
All right, so we say duck, 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 goose, and then you run around the circle.
Yeah.
In Minnesota, the Minnesotans, or Minnesotites, whatever the fuck they're called, call it duck, duck, gray duck. Which is it's just fucking stupid. Instead of goose, it's gray duck.
Yeah, I don't get it. This goes back to kind of what
we were saying. The goddamn game, Tom. That's the point.
Oh, okay. I thought there was a joke there. Apparently, there's not.
Just Minnesotans being weird.
Yeah, I know it's super early, dude, but I'm telling you right now, if the Sixers fucking lose to the Knicks, dude, I'm done with basketball forever. We had a good run. This next meme is now. I saw this. I cropped out who posted it. I saw that I didn't know if you wanted to have her on the show or not. Her name.
Oh, I'm not sure that it's my sister-in-law.
Yeah. So, but I saw this earlier today.
It's the first time I've called her in-law, and as far as I can remember, I've called her my sister for like a decade. She's been around forever.
Real nice, Pat. Real nice. But it's real simple. Reminder not to be an asshole to your local Russian-themed restaurants and businesses here in America. The 50-year-old grandmother who sells Prakashi, I don't know what the fuck that says, did not invade Ukraine. And I think it's a very good...
It says Piroshki.
Piroshki, sure. That sounds Russian. That is a very good point that we should not be talking shit to any Russians. Not only because it's not their fault, but also they are scary. And you don't want them to kill you.
If you really want to get them, just remind them of the 1980 Hockey Olympics, and they still hold that one. They're pretty bitter. They're pretty bitter about the Olympic Games.
So, Pat, I broke this up. There was another. I don't want to say it was a meme. It was just a headline. But I broke this
we're in
up.
Three Finger News, Tom.
We
We're in
are,
Three
but
Finger News.
we are. But this is news. I thought this was more of a meme than news. It's not really news. It's just a meme about the news.
Tom, I don't want to have to break down how the timeline works, but I put really bold titles to each section.
Yeah, I know how it works, but I couldn't. I thought you made a mistake because I didn't see how this could possibly be newsworthy. Like, we know
how fucking dare you? After I worked 37 years of my life to earn the nickname worldwide as Flawless Patty, you thought I made a mistake.
Listen, that's the first time I've ever heard you called Flawless Patty. It's usually faultful Patty. Like, you make a lot of faults.
What?
Yeah. Like,
bro, from Beijing to DC, they all call me Flawless Patty.
Who's they all? I've never heard anybody call you Flawless Patty. And
dude, there's tons of people doing things, and when they do the things, they're always talking about me.
Well, listen, I can tell you this right now, that as a man that not only spends a lot of his time outside of work with you, I spend a lot of my time at work with you, and you make tons of mistakes at work. So we know that you're not flawless.
There's a small village in Central Africa where they don't even call this the number 9 with Tommy. They call it Flawless Patty and Tommy.
Oh, I see. Hey, there's maybe another spinoff show that we could do. But anyway, Pat, I'm gonna stop before Three Finger News. I added 2 things in that I wanted to talk about, and we didn't talk about before the show.
We're already in Three Finger News.
We're not. This isn't Three Finger News, dude. That meme is not Three Finger News.
Your timeline reading skills are off, but you know what? Let's revert. Let's go backwards. Let's jump back out of Three Finger News, which we're right in the middle of, and let's do your thing.
We're in the middle of it. We haven't even started it. Just because it says it in the headline doesn't mean that it's actually started.
We need theme music for Three Finger News.
Well, I wouldn't have dropped it in before this fucking meme. I can tell you that. We
all would have seen the mistake.
The mistake that you made. But anyway, listen, I digress. Okay? We've been talking a lot about on the show. Now, the listeners that listen understand that me and my boy Griff, did you say stay accessphobic? Remember that in Deuce Bigelow? He's with that big fat black lady, and he goes, "This is some sort of mistake." And she goes, "Did you say steak?" Classic.
Is Deuce Bigelow the movie where
was it Rob
ridiculously
Schneider?
Hot? Yeah, no, I know it's Rob Schneider, but does it have a ridiculously hot blonde girl, and he always buys goldfish from the bottom of the tank so her tits dip into the water?
Yes.
That girl was also a character on Undressed. I don't know why I was madly in love with that girl as a teenager.
Nice. All right, so here on the show, probably every episode we talk about my current bets that I have going on. Now, our friend Griff and I are starting a new show. It's going to be called Laying 9.5 with Tommy. We designed the album cover. I think it came out fucking sick. But in the spirit of that, Pat, I figured that I would show you guys what my bets are tonight and show you how, modest I am with these bets. This bet right here, the next 2 slides on here are the first bet I have going. It's a 13-part parlay, I believe it is.
Just for anybody who's listening and can't see the bet, I also cannot see the bet because it's too small. I can tell you this. It's got a white background. There is black text and there is blue text.
Here, I can make it a little bit bigger for you, Pat. Something all your girlfriends have said to you. Can you read that now?
I can.
All right. So the first part, it's actually the game that I'm currently watching. Yeah, just rub it to make it bigger, Phobic said. So RJ Barrett to score 15 points, James Harden to score 20 plus points, Joel Embiid 25 plus points, Harden to have 4 plus rebounds, Embiid to have 6 plus rebounds, Embiid to record at least 2 assists, the Sixers plus 2.5. Also, the over at 209.5, RJ Barrett to have over 26 points, Tyrese Maxey to have over 12.5, Harden to have over 18.5, Embiid to have over 7.5 rebounds, and Harden to have 10.5 assists. Okay, so that's one bet, right? Now, I also took that same bet and put it with this one for the Bucks game tonight that starts at 8. Giannis to score 20 points. Bam Adebayo to score 10 plus. Jimmy Butler to score 15. Jimmy Butler to have 4 rebounds. Giannis to have 6 rebounds. Milwaukee, I'm taking them at plus 14.5, and the over in that game to be 201.5. Okay, so that's all one big bet. And then I also broke that second part off into its own bet, because the odds, it's a minus 149. So I put a little bit more money on that because the odds are a little bit better of it hitting, so that at least I can recoup my money for the first 2 bets. You know what I mean? Just to recoup or go back. Oh shit, I cut it out. That first one I read you guys is a plus 1755. So for every $100 you bet on it, you could win up to, or you would win $1,755. And I cut it out of the second one. Oh no, I just gotta move this down a little bit. It's plus 3,008. So for every $100 you bet, you win $3,008. So I just figured I'd throw that out there for you guys. I know that lots of people that listen are interested in my bets, so I just wanted to show you guys in the flesh what they are. Pat,
Thank you.
Pat, remember that big bet I placed on Sunday and I had to hit or else I was done betting?
I do.
It did hit. It did hit. I immediately texted a few people and said, "I'm back, baby." However, if all 3 of those bets don't hit tonight, I'm back in the same spot where I have to make a rather chunky bet to get back in it. You know what I mean? I'm back to the same dollar amount.
Tom, if I were to ask you if you're still speaking to binoculars, would you understand that lingo?
Yes. So he did reach out to me on Saturday. We had a nice discussion about sports gambling. And he's actually one of the people that I texted and said, "I'm back, baby."
Tom, I got a text last night, sitting in my onesie on my couch, snuggled up with Miss Elizabeth and her beautiful bosoms, and it says, "Hey man, I hear you're a big fan of Yellowstone." And I was like, "How the fuck? Like, we don't have a mutual friend. How the fuck would he know that?" I was so confused, and then it occurred to me. The only thing he does have in common with somebody that I know is they're both degenerate gamblers. And I think you told him that I watch Yellowstone, and I got no beef. He's a good dude. I just was like, who the fuck? How am I linked to this? And I was like, this is all fucking Tommy.
Pat, I did not tell him that. He probably was listening to the show.
It sounds like he got the information from you.
It sounds like we just covered Yellowstone on the show 2 weeks ago.
I'm fully aware. And again, I like the guy. I'm not upset about it. I just assume that for whatever reason, you are discussing my television habits with a mutual friend of ours.
You are a fucking
It's
idiot.
a weird conversation topic.
You are a dumb motherfucker if you think that that's what I'm talking about with people. Pat, I'm gambling. All right, you think I give a fuck about what you may or may not be watching on TV? I'm fucking gambling, man. I have money on the line trying to make bank, bro. And you think I'm worried about Yellowstone? I haven't even started watching Yellowstone. Why the fuck would I be talking about it?
I don't know. Spoiler alert, the boat sinks.
You're a fucking piece of shit for saying that. But
no,
also,
wait, that's Titanic. That's my bad. That's Titanic.
But also, I'm dying over here.
Oh.
But also, you think it's a better odds that I was talking to him about what shows you're watching in your spare time than him listening to the show.
I'm so confident. I'm going to 83-17. Okay. 83% chance you told him.
I'm guaranteeing you this. You are 100% wrong. That plus or that minus 150 bet you just laid down just lost. I did not talk to him about what shows you're fucking watching.
I'm going to text him and ask. I'll be like, hey,
do it right now.
How'd you know about me in Yellowstone?
You know what? I'm going to beat you to it. I'm going to do it right now. Oh man, this is too much. Hold on. You're a goddamn lunatic. You're fucking crazy.
Hey, comma. Not that it has any bearing on anything, LOL. But was it Tommy that told you I watch Yellowstone, question mark? All right, motherfucker. Text sent. Let's go. What are you texting, Tommy? You telling him to keep your secret? I see you texting, bro. I see you on video, bro.
I said, okay. All right,
How the truth comes out, motherfucker.
So Pat sent a message to this person. I also sent a message to this person. I said, so Pat can't fathom the fact that you heard about him liking Yellowstone because you were listening to the show. I can't wait to hear back from this guy.
So excited.
Me too. This is phenomenal. Phenomenal radio over here. So anyway, Pat, I also we're gonna drop in before we do Three Finger News. Again, I'm sorry that I messed up your timeline. I finished Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Now, before we drop the movie review soundbite, did you watch all 8 seasons of Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
Almost positive.
Okay.
Oh, motherfucker.
Was I right?
He said, no, I heard it in the podcast. Well, if you listen to the next episode, ... you will hear me make fun of him for talking about my television habits to you. LOL.
All right. Once again, before we start this review, Pat,
you know what? Hold on.
I expect a fucking apology.
There's not a chance in hell. Not a chance in Hades.
So we just got.
I'd rather drink turpentine and piss on a brush fire.
We both just got a text back from this mutual friend that let Pat know that he did hear it on the show. So thank you, sir, for listening to the show and supporting it. Appreciate it. And verifying that I don't talk about random people's television likes, especially through fucking text message. Like
I think it's incredible that he's such a good friend to you that he's willing to keep this secret for you.
You're a fucking idiot. All right.
Hold on. This is for real in your new show, which again is Laying 9.5 with Tommy. With his, I'm gonna call it a New York accent. I think it's New York. You should have him phone some pics in, because that's a dynamic we don't have, man. We don't have anybody with a, that ridiculous Yankee accent.
Oh, I'm down. I'm down for anything.
Nice.
What's fun? I know that
actually,
we're in the middle
the nickname can transfer. Like, he can maintain his status as Binoculars.
Yeah.
He's just looking over all the bets. Getting a closer look.
That's funny. I like that idea, actually. That's pretty good. Fuck, what was I gonna say? I mean, I had something I was gonna say. Oh, before I do this movie review, again, I know that we're in the middle of a movie review segment, and I keep getting side railed. So I text Griff the other day, and I'm like, hey, you want to do the show on Saturday? You started this Saturday? Because that's when we're going to record, is on a Saturday. Or on Saturdays. And he goes, I'm working Saturday and Sunday night. And I said, Jesus, doing a show with you is like trying to do a show with Pat. What the fuck? He thought it was pretty funny. Anyway,
That's fucked up, Tommy.
Anyway, I digress once again.
The odds of me doing a show are significantly better than the odds of you not being the one who told him that I watched Yellowstone.
Pat, the odds of me telling him that you watch Yellowstone are fucking zero. It's a guarantee. It's fucking zero, bro.
Dude, speaking of zero, not that you said the word zero in reference to this, but so the heavyweight wrestler on my wrestling team went keto
Nice.
He went, I can't remember what his starting weight was. I'm going to say it was up in the high threes, though, like 379 maybe. He is down to 240. He looks like a different fucking person.
Nice. Phobic
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
Phobic and I are starting a weight loss challenge with one another to see who can lose the most weight, and then whoever doesn't lose the most weight has to pay the other person $10 per pound per the difference.
How could Phobic compete with you?
Phobic sent me a picture of his weight today, and I gotta say, he's getting a little chunky. I'm not like, and don't get me wrong, he's at a weight that I wish I was at, but for Phobic, he's getting a little chunky. You know what I mean?
You're like, you fat piece of shit. I wish I was as fat as you.
Instead of there being like 140 pound difference between the two of us, there's only like 100 pound difference between the two of us. So like I said, he's in a much better place than I am, but yeah, we're gonna try this out and see if it works or see who wins, you know. I forgot what I know we were supposed to start March 1st and go through X date. I forget what it is. Phobic says I'm gonna win. He probably will because I have no self-control. This motherfucker's eating double stuffed Oreo mint cookies. As he stuffs his face. See, man, me and this kid are on the same wavelength. Because he says, as he stuffs his face with Oreos, he says, I'm gonna win. Yeah, he tells me today that he has a sleeve of double stuffed mint Oreos for lunch. That's his lunch today.
Like daily or just that day?
I think it's just today. He said what he's doing is he's eating a bunch of shit food because he wants to get back into running. So his motivation to himself is I'm going to eat shit food and then force myself to run because I ate shit food, and then eventually transition to, once I build back up the habit of running every day, I'll transition in better food, and I already have the habit. So it makes sense.
Phobic, allow me as the voice of experience to explain to you that as you age, it becomes harder and harder. Maybe you don't work against yourself on this one.
Yeah, he can lose weight pretty quick. He has great determination and
I definitely thought you were looking for the word metabolism.
Yeah. He also says, I do the best in the face of adversity. I do too, with everything except for weight and smoking. Those are my two biggest downfalls. But anyway, I digress. So, Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I finished Brooklyn Nine-Nine. In case of those watching, all 8 seasons are not on Peacock. I had to go to Hulu to watch the last season, season 8. And Pat, I don't remember if you remember this. When I was watching All American, one of the first, like when it came out with the new seasons, one of my biggest
upset because it was politically fueled.
Yes, and the last season of Brooklyn Nine-Nine is the same exact thing.
Then actually that answers the question. Yes, I have seen the last season because 1, there's a lot of COVID in it.
Yes,
and 2, man, I don't remember why. It was definitely very woke. I know that.
Yeah, it was. It was. There actually was less COVID than there was police brutality. And while I understand, I understand it's a show about policing, makes sense. And I guess it does share a small part in the show. My problem with shows that do this, the same problem that I had with All American, is while I understand they have a huge platform that they want to speak about it, when like I watch these shows to escape the reality that I'm in. Right, that's why we watch TV shows. At least for me, right? If I want to watch something educational about those things, I'll watch something educational about those things. I don't want to get that from my comedy show. So I was so the first episode Eric and I watched, I said, I'm gonna let you know this right now. If the next episode is as bad as this one, I will not finish it. Like, I'll stop watching. And it did get better throughout. Like, there was only like 8 or 9 episodes the last season. It did get better throughout. But it always played a narrative. It wasn't as strong as the first episode. But I was a little turned off by it. And I'm not saying like all the things that they brought up in the show were good points. I'm not saying I don't agree with them. I'm just saying, for me, I'm not a big fan of having that stuff in a world that we live in every day and it's in our face. I watch these shows to escape the reality that we're in. You know what I mean?
If you want to drive a hammer through your own fucking skull, go ahead and watch the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre. You want to talk about a woke ass movie, bro?
Same way.
The new Texas Chainsaw Massacre is fucking crazy.
No, listen, I like if they were in like the things that they were that were on the show are kind of hard to poke fun at because it's not like we on the show say like you should be able to make fun of everything because it's like that's the whole point, right? Like that's what comedy is. Like there should be no barriers.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's such a serious situation. Like no TV show on the face of the planet is going to go out there and start cracking jokes about police brutality or even COVID for that matter. So, like, I don't know how they could have done it. If they would have made it more jokey, maybe it wouldn't have been as bad. But again, just I enjoyed it. I thought it had a good ending. But at the same, like, I was really turned off by it. I was really turned off. Phobic also said he told me this earlier today. I don't want to not mention it because it's in the chat. Phobic in April will start for his master's degree in cybersecurity.
Hey, so congratulations, Phobic. That's a big deal.
Yes, it is. Very smart. He's definitely the smartest one of all of us. And by all of us, I mean all of us on the show.
Nice. Fuck. Speaking of people on the show doing things, Blue Justice. I'm gonna fuck this up, Tom. Blue Justice got a big deal promotion on the legal side of his life. I don't know. It's, you know what? In my head, I heard that he was deputized. Now I'm sure that that's not exactly what happened, but whatever it was, it sounded pretty fucking cool. So shout out to him as well. That's a big deal, man.
Cool. All right, so that's it for movie time. We're gonna play the outro, and then we'll hear from our friends at Anchor.fm.
Okay.
Damn, how about that Anchor.fm, huh? That when Griff texted us last week about your Santa Claus reference to the Anchor.fm ad, fucking hilarious. And the fact that you thought he was talking shit to me, it was even funnier.
Still think I was like, why did he think that I was doing an ad for Santa Claus?
Because
I was doing an ad.
Pat, we came back from the break on the Anchor.fm thing, and you said, you know how great Anchor.fm is? I heard that they were going to have to postpone Christmas because Santa Claus got sick, and they got him a fucking cup of soup or something, and now he's all set, and we're back on for Christmas this year. That's literally what you fucking said.
That's not exactly word for word, but Tom, do you know how much Santa pays to park his sleigh?
I have no idea, but
he pays nothing. It's on the house. Oh, Zinga!
Our friend Binoculars is in the chat, and he says, "Am I considered a groupie?" I was
wondering if he would join us. I just told him we were live.
Yeah, he joined us on YouTube, and he asked if he was a groupie now. That really threw me off because my father, with the exception of the last initial, has the same name. So I had to really read into that to see who it was.
We do not have groupies. We have number niners for the record.
Hashtag number niners.
That's right.
I'm telling you right now.
Go ahead, look at that hashtag on the Instagram, and you'll see wonderful memes for days and days.
Days and days. Days and days. I'm telling you right now, Philly's down by 8, and if they or by 10, and if they lose this game, I might time to watch It Follows. Talk to you later. All right, Phobic. I don't know what It Follows is, but have fun. Anyway,
Movie.
Is it a movie? Is it good?
Yeah.
All
I
right.
don't know or remember. I think I did watch it with Miss Elizabeth.
Phobic is your Phobic. Jeez, Pat. It's now time for Three Finger News. News that's sure to shock you.
All right, back into Three Finger News that we were already in and then jumped out of because Tom's a dick.
Yeah, whatever you say, bud.
Tom, the first news story that I bring you is Cain Velasquez, intended shooting target, allegedly molested family member. So here is what happened. Cain Velasquez gets arrested for shooting a motherfucker. Do you know who Cain Velasquez is, Tom?
No idea. I assume he's some sort of UFC fighter, and the only reason I know that is because I saw the headline of the ad.
Cain Velasquez beat Brock Lesnar for the UFC heavyweight title. Tore his rotator cuff in that title fight, lost a bunch of time, ended up basically retiring due to injury. He was fucking awesome. He was a fucking monster. And to see somebody at that point just able to go toe-to-toe with Brock Lesnar was a real fucking treat, because until that point, Brock Lesnar, I mean, he hit Heath Herring so hard that Heath Herring rolled backwards over his own head. It was fucking crazy. So Cain Velasquez just stood toe-to-toe with that motherfucker and threw punches, and it was fucking fantastic. He's a good dude from what I can tell. I've done a little bit of reading. Not too many people have too many bad things to say about him. Dominant wrestler his whole life, got in the UFC, kicked a bunch of asses, won the world title, heavyweight world title. So Cain Velasquez, basically, I'll keep this story as short as I can, gets into an 11-mile high-speed chase with a guy who is alleged to have sexually abused a child in his family, a niece, I believe, who was under 10 years old. So Cain Velasquez took the law into his own hands, chased this motherfucker around halfway across America. Fucking 11 miles seems like a really, really long car chase. And took some shots. Shot the wrong person in the car at least twice. Once in the stomach, once I think in the shoulder and the elbow, something like that. And yeah, he's in a bunch of fucking trouble now.
Was anybody killed?
I don't. Hold on. It says Cain Velasquez intended shooting target, allegedly molested family members. So I think that the person that he did shoot did not die, and it was the wrong person anyways. This is why we don't take the law into our own hands, right?
Well, I gotta tell you, if I don't know, man, like I don't hate the guy for overreacting, you know, like, and I don't want to say it was overreacting, because he didn't overreact. The person that, if they are found guilty of sexually assaulting somebody in his family, they deserve to die.
Oh, Jesus Christ. It was actually, I mean, not that it matters if it was a boy or a girl, but I believe it was a boy that was under 10 years old. It says that the gentleman took him into the bathroom of a daycare center and touched his genitals per a court order document obtained by ESPN. He said not to tell anyone what happened and that this occurred 100 times. Yeah, so I mean, hey, Velasquez fucking.
Yeah, I don't blame this guy.
And started shooting motherfuckers.
Yeah, I don't blame him. I would say the guy's very lucky.
Here's the thing, right? So, 1, there's a chance he's going to get away with it. 2, who knows how long it'll be on trial. 3, you have a lot of emotion built up at that moment, and you're Cain fucking Velasquez. He probably went, I'm going to beat the shit out of this guy. And then the guy just wouldn't pull over and fight him. So he's like, fuck it. I have this gun. I'm going to shoot this motherfucker. And then turns out he's a better fighter than a shooter because he can't aim for shit.
Well, to be fair, it was an 11-mile high-speed chase. I mean, I'm sure it's not easy to shoot a gun. No, I've never done this, but I'm sure it's not easy to shoot a gun out the side of your car while you're driving.
That's fair. That's fair.
Oh, man. What's this Elon Musk story, Pat?
Because Elon Musk hasn't already won the title Man of the Millennium. In my book, I don't know what else he has to do to earn it. He's the front runner for sure. Elon Musk activates SpaceX's internet service in Ukraine amid the Russian invasion. So basically, I'm going to say the Ukrainian Prime Minister, I think, is who reached out to him via Twitter. Hold on, I'll tell you. Yeah, the Vice Prime Minister said Monday that internet terminals sent by Elon Musk, which were designed to work with satellites orbiting in space to provide online access, had arrived in the country. SpaceX had deployed thousands of satellites into low Earth orbit over the past 3 years as part of its business to beam high-speed internet service from more than 100 miles above the planet. The Vice Prime Minister, I'm going to go ahead and try this time. You ready? Mikhailo Fedorov.
Yeah, nailed it.
He said, while you try to colonize Mars, Russia try to occupy Ukraine. While your rockets successfully land from space, Russian rockets attack Ukrainian civil people. Mr. Musk, a billionaire entrepreneur who is also the chief executive of the electric car maker Tesla, said that he was sending. Said that the Starlink service was now active in Ukraine, and that he was sending more of the terminals users would need to access a satellite internet signal throughout the system. Mr. Fedorov posted a photo on Twitter on Monday that appeared to show a military truck loaded with the Starlink terminals. He said, "Starlink here." Then he thanked Elon Musk, and Elon Musk just sent back, "You are welcome." This motherfucker, in the middle of a war, took a side, which everybody takes sides. That's, it's natural. He took Ukraine's side, and he went, you know what the Russian people really don't want? They don't want this war on the internet. They don't want people to see what's really going on. They don't want every homeowner in the Ukraine to be able to show us first fucking hand helicopters flying around their neighborhood shooting fucking missiles out of them. So he was like, fuck it. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give these motherfuckers internet. And he's a bad man. I fucking love Elon Musk.
Did you see? You probably didn't see it because you don't. The both of us don't watch the news really, but I saw it passing the news today. Richard Childress. Do you know who that is?
Yes. Why can I not think of who that is?
So you've heard the name, but you don't know who he is?
There's more than one Childress. I'm not thinking of Richard.
Well, he's probably the most favorite Childress. He was the owner of the number 3 car when Dale Earnhardt drove it.
That is not who I was thinking of.
Yeah, so he owns Richard Childress Racing. He owns the number 3 car still, and he owned it when Dale Earnhardt drove it. Now his grandson drives it, Austin Dillon. But that's neither here nor there. Today he donated 1 million rounds of ammo to the Ukrainians.
I fucking love it.
That's what you do. You get some fucking backwoods fucking hillbilly, and he donates 1 million rounds of ammo to the Ukrainians. Yeah. Pat, you ready for this Karen of the week?
No, I'm Googling famous Childress because I can't. Did the Texas Chainsaw Massacre happen in Childress, Texas? Yep. Hey, Tom, I think I figured out why Childress sounds familiar.
You're a fucking idiot.
Nailed it.
Dude, these guys are still down by 13. I'm very nervous about my bet tonight. Very nervous. I'm probably not going to sleep tonight. Thanks.
Still don't think that's who it is. Hey, Rick, who the fuck is the Childress I'm thinking of? Was there a Nick, a New York Nick that was a Childress? Maybe a Ray?
Ray.
Steven?
Rick fell asleep. It's old.
Your old ass passed out, bro? You eating fucking Necco wafers, bro? I think he's out. What the fuck did you just bring up?
The wrong screen, apparently. Hold on, I got this.
Yo, Rick, put the Canadian mints down. Answer my question. You having a hot tea?
The Canadian mints. All right, so I have no idea if this audio is going to play through. I tested it earlier. It worked. I think there was a New England Patriot, he said. Really? A children's? I don't know. Maybe. So, Erica, while Pat's looking that up, Rick's upset that you called him old. So, Erica sent this in the other day. It's quite funny. So
Brandon Childress.
Yeah, that's who it is. Yeah. Yeah, shut up. It's pretty funny. So let's hope the audio plays.
Karen flips at guys for following her. Little does she know.
And I'm gonna call the cops.
Man, no.
Because you guys aren't leaving me alone, and that's why women can't go out in the world by themselves because of guys like you.
What?
Okay, so stop following me.
You have, I don't know if you have like a gas. You have a thing hanging out of your car.
What are you talking about?
There's literally a gas hose hanging out of your car. No one's being creeped. Oh. No, thank you.
Good start. Quick start. I'm guessing his 10 is pretty good.
I have no idea what's playing over here.
Karen flips at guys.
Oh boy, no, I can't get out of this. Oh jeez. Pat, did you hear that? Pat, your mic's muted. You fucking dumbass.
I explained the video.
You were explaining the video the whole time it was playing?
No, after.
So the video is
God damn it.
So the video is these two guys driving in a truck, and a girl gets out of her car and walks up to him. Now they must have been following her for a while, right? And she gets out and she's like, "You two need to stop following me," blah blah blah. And they're like, can't figure out how to tell her, like, we're not following you because we want anything to do with you. We're trying to be good Samaritans and tell you that you're dragging the fucking gas hose down the road with you, you dumb blonde. And she wasn't even blonde. And then she doesn't even apologize for accusing them or say thank you.
Classic.
Rick says, more importantly, I got the over at 138.5 for Notre Dame and Florida State. Or maybe that's North Dakota and Florida State. Man, that's a lot of points in a college game. I guess no, it's 77. That sounds like it might hit.
Tom, there was a New York nick named Josh Childress.
Oh, that's it. Yeah. I'll tell you what. You know,
killing me.
You know what I know about the New York Knicks? That they're beating the Sixers right now. That's all I know. Notre Dame. Rick said they're playing Notre Dame. Rick, I tried to get in. Dude, I went. My buddy gave me some picks on college the other night. My boy Griff, and we went 2 out of 4, and I parlayed them. Not good. Luckily, I did a round robin on it, so I won half my money back. But that dude, I had a 15-part parlay the other day or last night. I hit 14 out of 15. The only one I didn't hit was the dude on the Bucks. What's his name? Luca. Luca needed to get 1-3. He didn't hit a 3 all night. If he would have hit that, I would have been fucking in like Flynn. It would have been fine. Bad news. Anyway, Pat, I think that's the show. Anything you want to add?
Number Niners. I say good day.
Hey, thanks to everybody in the live stream to stop by. If you're listening, Rick's saying, oh shit, I assume that's to my 14 out of 15 part parlay. I had a 20 part parlay I only missed 3 legs of the other day too. Sucks.
He had sex with his wife, and the only thing she was missing was 2 inches.
Pat, you want to hit that good day again?
Because you have a small dick. That's the joke.
Yeah, I got you, bro. I got you.
When we finish this, remind me to tell you what is now my second favorite joke of all time, which I will not tell on the fucking podcast.
Pat, please tell it.
No. If there's a way to cancel a podcast that doesn't mean anything to anybody, I found the way. This joke is the way. Rick, good night. I'm sure you're 34 minutes past your bedtime anyways. But, put your teeth in some solution and we'll see you tomorrow.
We'll catch you Sunday right here.
Number Niners, I say good day.